Hey pool people, Val here, your pool gal. Whether you're testing your own backyard water or running a full maintenance route, today we're getting into one of the most useful skills in all of pool care, knowing exactly how much acid or base your water actually needs. No guessing, no generic charts. Let's get into it. Pool water never sits still out in the real world. Aeration from your return jets and the chemical byproduct of salt chlorine generators naturally push your water's pH upward. On the flip side, heavy rain or a fresh fill from a well can drag it right back down. The comfortable target for most pools is a narrow window between 7.4 and 7.6. To hold it there, you only have two chemical levers to pull. You add acid to bring a high pH down, or you add a base to push a low pH up. There's no third direction because this continuous drift is guaranteed. Knowing exactly how hard to pull those levers is the main job of pool care. Nail the dose and the water stays safe and clear. Miss it and you're looking at stinging eyes, scaling, or corroded equipment. A standard pH test gives you a snapshot of where your water sits right now, but it leaves you guessing on how to fix it. That's where demand tests come in. They tell you exactly what physical action to take. These tests work like a mirror image of your problem. If your pH is high, you take that same sample and add acid demand reagent 1 drop at a time. If it's low, you use base demand drops. You swirl the sample and count every single drop until the color shifts exactly to your target. That final drop count is highly specific data. It's a custom recipe tailored to exactly what your pool needs to correct its pH on that exact day. You might wonder why two completely different pools, both sitting at a high pH of 8.0, can't just use the same dose of acid to get back to 7.5. The answer is total alkalinity. Think of pH as a speedometer and alkalinity as the shock absorber beneath it. High alkalinity is a stiff absorber. It takes a massive amount of acid to move the needle. Low alkalinity is thin. Hit it with acid and it snaps, plunging the needle. The real advantage of the demand test is that it does that math for you by counting the drops it takes to shift the color in your actual water sample. The test automatically factors in that invisible shock absorber, so you never have to guess how hard the water will push back. Once you have your drop count, you need to turn it into a physical dose. That's the job of the acid and base demand test helpers, bridging the gap between that countertop test and the water outside. The helper asks for 3 inputs. First, the drop count you just recorded. Second, your pool's total volume in gallons. And third, the one that trips people up, the kit factor. That's a small number printed right on your own test kit, the ounces of acid per drop per 10,000 gallons. This matters because your kit already knows the strength of the chemical it's matched to, whether that's a strong liquid like muriatic acid or a dry powder like sodium bisulfate. You just read the factor off the kit and enter it. The helper takes those 3 numbers and hands back an exact dose, no confusing paper charts, and it matches the right unit for you. Fluid volume for a liquid, weight for a powder, so what you measure lines up with the product in your hand. Let's run a real scenario. Say you've got a 10,000-gallon pool. You run the acid demand test and it takes exactly 1 drop to hit your target color. Your kit lists a factor of 5. Go ahead and pause right here and work out your dose. The answer is exactly 5 fluid ounces of acid. Plug those same 3 numbers into the digital helper and it scales flawlessly. More gallons or more drops, it does the heavy lifting every time. Test the water, enter your drops, your pool size, and your kit factor, then pour the exact result. That simple loop beats every generic dosing table on the shelf. When it's time to physically apply the chemical, respect the product. Muriatic acid is the most corrosive and hazardous material most residential operators will ever handle, and the personal safety requirements are non-negotiable. Always wear chemical splash goggles and acid-resistant gloves, and only open the containers in a well-ventilated space. There are 2 cardinal rules for mixing. Always add the acid into the water. Never pour water into concentrated acid. And under no circumstances do you ever store or mix acid near chlorine products, because combining the two can release a highly toxic gas. To apply the dose, leave the circulation pump running and pour the liquid slowly into the deep end, keeping it well away from steps, lights, or metal fixtures, so the moving water disperses it fast. And your last tool is patience. Calculate a precise dose. Apply it safely, let the water fully circulate, then retest. That's a complete system. It takes pool care out of the realm of guessing and turns it into a controlled, repeatable science. That's it for this one. The acid and base demand test helpers are free on the site, and if you want a printable version to keep out in the pool shed, the splash sheets are waiting for you in the store. If this helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Even Ruger knows balanced water is worth a splash in the face. Go test your water, and I'll see you poolside.